have seen all 10 movies nominated for Best Picture this year in 2026. Here are my rankings. Fair warning, I'm probably going to piss you off with these rankings. But remember, kids, it's just one motherfucker's opinion, so don't take it personally. Number 10! Now, I love Shakespeare with all my heart, but I hate this fucking movie with a fiery passion! Hamlet is poorly written, poorly directed, derivative bullshit. Historically inaccurate, deeply fucking manipulative. I hated this movie so much, it should not win anything. Fuck Hamlet! Fuck Hamlet! Number 9, F1 the movie, or as I like to call it, Days of Thunder the remake, starring Brad Pitt. The only major innovation that F1 the movie has is having the camera on the fucking car, doing pans on the car, which is kind of cool. That's the only fucking trick that Joseph Kosinski has as a director. And look, I really don't have tolerance for this kind of commercial fluff, especially when they have Brad Pitt, who's fucking, 65 now? Sleeping, naturally, with the female lead. Produced by Jerry Bruckheimer. I liked it the first time when it was directed by Tony Scott. Yeah, there wasn't much about this movie that I couldn't predict in advance. Fuck F1! Number 8! The Secret Agent, this year's Brazilian movie, but I'm telling you, it is not I'm Still Here. My fundamental problem with this movie is the way that it is structured. This movie starts off as a 1-hour realistic meditation with metaphors of death, and I was totally down for that. Then, this movie has this fucking severed leg that comes out of nowhere and starts kicking fucking sex workers. It's just like, what the fuck is this? I thought this was a serious fucking movie, and you're fucking busting out the severed leg. I think that you will find that the movies I rank highest are those that have a clearly defined, confident artistic vision. The Secret Agent has a muddled, inconsistent vision. So even though I was down with Wagner Moura as the lead, the fucking director is jerking us around in this Jojo Rabbit way that I ended up kind of being annoyed by The Secret Agent, which is like, what, fucking 3 hours and change or something? And look, I love me some Brazilian cinema. I was crazy about I'm Still Here, but The Secret Agent is catnip for unadventurous middle-brow bullshit artists. It's just hot enough to be vaguely cinematic. For me, it was like taking a fucking ice-cold shower at times. I want to feel, damn it! I wasn't feeling anything with this fucking movie. But I did feel with the movies I'm about to impart to you. Number 7, Marty Supreme, which I gotta tell you, made me very uncomfortable, but in a very interesting way. I hated the fuck out of the Martin Mauser character. I hated everything this motherfucker stood for, but I have to give Josh Safdie credit. He stuck to his deeply unsettling vision. So while I was hating this movie in the first hour, by the time I got to the second half, I'm like, this movie is extremely ballsy. While I wouldn't rank this movie up there with Good Time or Uncut Gems, both of which are great fucking movies, Josh Safdie, as a completely defiant, gritty director, has my fucking respect for this movie. So there you go. Number 6, Sentimental Value. Norwegian filmmaker played by Stellan Skarsgård wants his daughter to appear in his fucking movie. So I started watching this movie and said to myself, well, there's a little bit of an art house bullshit vibe. But I started to really feel this movie a lot more as it went on. Turns out that Sentimental Value has some incredible stuff to say about how we can't connect with the people who are closest to us, and how the artistic and creative process sometimes serves as a surrogate for what we can't actually express in real life. I also really love the character of the house in this. The house comes to represent everything about this particular struggle. There's also some wonderful acting in this movie. I really love Renata Reinsave as the daughter who is keeping her own secrets from her father and from everybody else. Also, Elle Fanning really shows what she's capable of playing the actress who stars in the role that Stellan Skarsgård wants to have his daughter play. But again, this movie had a little bit of a slow start for me, and I really wish I would have felt it much earlier, but I still recommend the movie. It's still a wonderful movie. Number 5! Number 5 is Sinners, which I know a lot of you are going to be jumping on my fucking ass for this movie. Look, I saw it when it first came out, and I thought it was pretty good. But I had problems with the first hour. The first act is very muddled. I saw the movie a second time, really actually loved it a lot more, but I still have a problem with that fucking first act. I'm sorry. I honestly think that Sinners would have been a perfect movie if it had started at night. That's where this movie most excels at. The one thing you can't do about this movie is deny Ryan Coogler's amazing talent. He has fused the vampire movie with a meditation upon Black history and white appropriation. Michael B. Jordan is a deadlock for Best Actor, playing two fucking twin brothers, both with completely different personalities. This is Michael B. Jordan's best performance, and that's also why this movie is fucking amazing. But I'm sorry, I gotta go with my gut. I think that first act is messy, especially given how punchy the last 90 minutes of this movie is. It's fucking amazing. Yeah, fuck those goddamn Klansmen, right? All right, number 4. Begonia, the latest joint by Yorgos Lanthimos, which I fucking love. This movie is kind of a cousin to the Ari Aster movie Eddington, which I actually enjoy. How do we go about American life knowing that there are these crazy motherfuckers who believe in conspiracy theories? Ultimately, Begonia is about false belief and whether false belief actually impacts reality. This movie is a baleful warning about the dangers of manifesting your vision. On the other hand, it also points out, well, is there any real choice given that the American capitalistic life isn't exactly grand and doesn't give you all those fucking options? But I have to say, I am loving Yorgos Lanthimos with every new movie he creates. Emma Stone is also amazing as the CEO who is kidnapped by this fucking dubious duo. Jesse Plemons, I don't think he was nominated. That motherfucker got robbed yet again! But I fucking loved the ever-living fuck out of Begonia. I highly recommend it. Number 3! Guillermo del Toro's amazingly atmospheric Frankenstein. Honestly, this was a huge surprise for me, and it's not because I'm down on Guillermo del Toro. I have loved his movie. But I think we can all agree that there's a little bit of Frankenstein burnout, probably caused by Kenneth Branagh butchering Frank Darabont's script. Guillermo del Toro has done the impossible. He has breathed new life into Frankenstein in such a fascinating way. We see a prelude, we see the story told from Victor's point of view, then we see it's told from the creature's point of view. And the camera work, the movement, the atmosphere, the way that every frame is just saturated with fascinating shit. Guillermo del Toro has created a living, breathing world with which to examine the nature of evil that comes from humankind's creation. But not just evil, because we see such sweet moments as the creature watching through the fucking hole as these people are enjoying life, and it's like, oh! I think that Guillermo del Toro is getting better and better as a director, because I've really loved Nightmare Alley, and I sure as fuck love the ever-living fuck out of Frankenstein, which really needs to be much higher on people's list for the Oscars. It's high on my list because I got a champion and stuff for this movie. But number 2 is the big surprise. I'm being an outlier here. You're gonna get pissed off. I was deeply moved by Train Dreams. This is such an incredible fucking movie taken from an amazing Dennis Johnson novel, and it really demonstrates how a good man trying to live out the American dream is completely punctuated by death and grief. Now, this is a quiet, poetic movie. It's not for everyone, but it definitely was very much for me. I had McCabe and Mrs. Miller flashbacks watching this. The cinematography in this movie is so beautiful, much of it shot in the crepuscular hours, and just, William H. Macy gives a standout performance, probably his best performance in a decade. Joel Edgerton also brings a lot of subtlety. This is not a movie exploring traditional masculinity. It calls back to the masculinity you saw with Warren Beatty and McCabe and Mrs. Miller. This movie asks the question, how do you live when all of life is stacked against you? How do you remain connected? And my God, the fucking ending moved me. I was crying, honestly. Now, there are some asshole snobs like Richard Brody who claims that this movie is pablum. Don't listen to these motherfuckers. This is a quiet, meditative, poetic movie that asks you to feel it with its visuals. You get to occupy this movie. It's a very invitational movie. Honestly, I think Train Dreams is the most underrated of the 10 movies and deserves a hell of a lot more praise. But it is not number 1. You've probably guessed by process of elimination that my pick is One Battle After Another. Probably Paul Thomas Anderson's greatest fucking movie. A thoroughly enjoyable movie that is absolutely wonderful with action and Johnny Greenwood's amazing musical score and fabulous performances by Leonardo DiCaprio, Sean Penn, Benicio del Toro. All of these motherfuckers just totally fucking crush. One of the most amazing things about One Battle After Another is not just the fact that it is based off of Pynchon's Vineland, but that it somehow is absolutely predictive of our present times under Trump too. How do you stay a revolutionary in these terrible fucking times? And how do you define family? Of which this movie has a number of interesting fucking answers. One Battle After Another absolutely cements Paul Thomas Anderson's status as one of our most important American filmmakers, and I highly recommend it. All right, I'm sure I pissed you off. Those are my 10. Happy Oscars on Sunday.